phone. I log in on my phone.
Okay, well, I'll tell you you're
Also,
recording. Recording.
welcome to this virtual plan amendment meeting to discuss NPA 2022-0005.02. Please let us know who is here in the chat box. If you haven't done so already, please type your name and organization if associated with one. I will use this as a meeting sign-in sheet. Please mute your microphone if you're joining by phone, and please turn off your video if you're participating online to save bandwidth. This meeting is being recorded and publicly posted to the speakupaustin.org/NPA website. If you do not want your image viewed publicly, please turn off your camera. My name is Marie Meredith. I am the Plan Amendment Case Manager. I work for the City of Austin Housing and Planning Department. Wendy Rhodes is the Zoning Case Manager for this case, and this is our contact information. The agenda tonight, I'll go over basic case information, guidelines for group discussion, how to participate in this process, why is there a plan amendment application, what is a future land use map. After my staff presentation, Rodney Bennett will be available for questions, and then we'll open the floor to more questions and answers if anyone has any. Property address is 2404 Thrasher Lane. It's 0.96 acres. The plan amendment case number is NPA 2022-0005.02. Project name is Second Alpha 0.95. The FLUM request is to change the future land use map from commercial to single family. The associated zoning case number is C14 2022-0114. The request is to change the zoning on the property from CS-NP, which is General Commercial Service Neighborhood Plan, to SF3NP for a two-family residential development. SF3 is Family Residence District. Property owner applicant is Alpha Builders, Gina Shevitz. The agent is Rodney Bennett. Guidelines for group discussion. Please feel free to type your questions into the chat at any time during this meeting. Please postpone general comments during the Q&A session. After staff and applicant presentations, if you would like to speak, please raise your hand by clicking on the hand symbol on the menu bar. Telephone participants will be able to speak during the Q&A session of the meeting. Attendees will be muted upon arrival and through the staff and applicant presentations. Then staff will open the floor to questions and answers in the chat or by attendees raising their hands to speak. Similar questions may be grouped and answered together. Please mute your microphone when you're not speaking for the sake of sound quality and clarity of conversation. If you're having connection issues, turn off your video until called upon to ask your question. Please be respectful to each other during the discussion. Any continued personal assaults may result in removal from the meeting. How to participate in this process. This recorded meeting will be posted to the speakupaustin.org/NPA by tomorrow morning. You can email or call me and Wendy with any questions or comments that you have. If you provide written comments, they will be added to the staff case reports. You will get a notice in the mail of the date and time of the Planning Commission and City Council public hearings if you live within 500 feet of the property. The notice will have instructions for how you can participate in these public hearings. So why is there a plan amendment application? Neighborhood plans are adopted by City Council as amendments to the Imagine Austin Comprehensive Plan. City Charter requires zoning changes to be consistent with the comprehensive plan. Most NPAs are amendments to a plan's future land use map, and most NPAs have an associated zoning application. This map shows the areas in blue that have City Council approved neighborhood plans. All the plans have a document that state the vision and goal of the planning area, and also a future land use map like this, where the colors represent broad land uses. On this property, the existing land use is commercial and it's shown in red, and the proposed land use is single family, which would be yellow. There's a zoomed in future land use view of the property, aerial photo that shows that it's undeveloped, Google map that shows some of the surrounding land uses to the property. Again, a future land use map that shows the red is the commercial. To the north, there's some single family. And to the southeast, there's some mixed use. Again, to the south, you see red, that's commercial. And then to the west is mixed use. This is zoning map. Again, it shows zoning to the north, SF3 to the east, CSMU NP to the southeast, CS to the south, and GRMUCO to the west. Growth concept map. And this is the property that this is a map that shows a property in relation to the Riverside Station Town Center to the north and the McKinney Center Job Center to the south. This map shows the property in relation to the proximity to public transportation. You see some bus routes along Montopolis Drive and to the north along Riverside Drive. That ends my presentation. Rodney, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Not at this time, unless somebody has some questions.
Well, as nobody else has logged in, I think we can, if they have questions, they can contact Maureen or Wendy. Can you put that contact information up one more time, just in case someone viewing this later wants to reach out to you?
Well, actually, let me just go ahead and ask Rodney so we can have it on record. So the application says proposed are 2-family residential. So y'all are proposing duplexes?
Yes,
How many duplexes?
a total of 10 units.
10 units. Okay. Will any be affordable?
At this time, we're uncertain.
Okay. I think those are some of the typical questions we get.
Good point, Maureen.
Okay. I will put up my slide.
And can you tell anyone who's viewing later the next steps in the process? I think you already did, though, at the beginning of your introduction.
Yeah, so let me just get to this. So the next steps, the plan amendment team will make a recommendation on plan amendment request. We will pass that on to the zoning team. They'll make a recommendation on the zoning request. Then we'll work with Rodney to start scheduling the cases for Planning Commission and City Council. We'll work with Montopolis Planning Contact Team on getting their recommendation to be added to staff case report. So anybody who's listening to this recording, if you wanted to contact me or Wendy for any follow-up to get a general idea of when the cases might be scheduled for public hearings, you can touch base with us.
And with that, we will wrap up the meeting early.
Appreciate